Okay, so what I'm going to do here for the rockers is I'm going to upgrade the trunnions, and the reason why is the original trunnions are pressed in and from the factory and that's pretty much all that's holding it together. So I'm going to take this out and replace it with an upgraded trunnion kit that I got, so which has a retainer on the outside, so it won't be able to pop off the caps that's holding the bearings inside. So that's usually what happens, is these caps come out under high horsepower or whatever, but those come out, and then you have all of these little pieces of bearings, and then you have a catastrophic failure in the motor. So this is one already I took out. I'm going to take out the rest and then I'll put the trunnion on. So it's pretty simple replacing the trunnions, or at least removing the trunnions. I'm just using 9/16 socket for one side, and then I'm using a 7/8. So the 7/8 obviously is where the bearing's going to go in. So if you notice on the trunnions, there's one side that has this flat surface right here. If you look, there's none on here. So on this flat surface is where I'm putting the bigger socket, so the trunnion can fall in, and then stay. And then I'm using this on the other side to kind of push it out. So I'm just using a vise to help push it out. So, and it works. Did a couple already, so yeah, it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. So now that I took out all the old trunnion from the rockers, I'm going to replace it with this one. It's by Brian Tooley Racing, and like I said, this one here has these like locking rings at the end. So that's where it usually fails, because the old one is pressed in. There's nothing holding it in. So should be better upgrade, little security there. Oh well, let's try to change it out. So let's see what we have here. So these are the trunnion kit bearings, and these washers, I guess, is the one that's going to help push it in. Then we got the locking rings there. What's this? Oh, the retainers. Then the trunnions. So let's put this thing together and see how it looks. So it's pretty simple. For the first part, put the bearing in. You notice these letters or numbers, whatever, they needed to face out. And then you can slide this piece in like so, and it'll push out the plastic in the back. That will kind of contain the bearings that are inside. Then you take the other bearing, and you're going to do the same process of what you did on that side. Then after that is done, you put these washers on the outside, and then the retainer clips, and that's it. Pretty good. At least I know it's stronger. I mean, it's not gonna hopefully fail on me, but this is what you need. This is the must right here, this Trunnion kit upgrade. So at least sense of security, you know, feel better. So I don't have a press, but I'm using a vise, kind of how I got it set up. 22-inch socket, and it's just to clear the inner part, you know. But it works, simple. So I just ported the oil pump just to give it some, you know, better flow. Nothing too fancy, just enough to cut down some of those burrs and like the high points. So it's mostly there, that spot, and that spot. But yeah, nothing, like I said, nothing too fancy, just a little bit. So I just finished working on my valves. I did a valve lap. Didn't video it, but I'll post some pictures of the before and after. It turned out pretty good. At least I know now it's gonna seat properly. But yep, that's done for now. So I'm changing out the lifters. I'm gonna be running these BTR lifters, and they're this is stock, you know. So these LS7 lifters are, you know, better than the original stock ones, so I went with that. Cleaned it out already. I'm gonna soak it in some, you know, oil for the time being. So when it comes time to put it together, at least, you know, it'll be all soaked and ready to go. So alright, so I got some oil here. Just some leftover oil, still new. Just pour some in here. Hope I can do it without spilling anything anywhere. But oh, maybe that's too much. Oopsie daisy. Go down, go down. Go down. Yeah, I think it's enough. Alright, so let's let that soak in there. Put this cover back on. Okay, steady. That's done for now. Let that soak. Now, see what else we can do.